Hey, God bless you, my friend and sister Sharon. And today we are discussing demons do not die. It is vitally important for you to know and understand this fact, my friend, because there are many of you, the Spirit of the Lord is saying and has said, you will not challenge your family, the people you are calling your friends, people you are watching them do evil in the sight of the Lord, and you refuse to challenge them, to stand in their way. And I heard the Spirit of the Lord whisper this to me yesterday. Demons don't die. And I'm like, because, friend, what we are seeing in our nation is a manifestation of spirits dominating, habitating in the lives of primarily the millennials. It is young people that are tearing up our nation, and it is called anarchy, where they are disregarding authority. Protesting is a good thing. But when you begin to tear up people's property, destroy livelihoods, and the thing that's most disturbing, they're destroying their own neighborhoods. Tear it up. You must understand the spirits from all previous riots, the racism that we know exists all over. I need you to hear me very closely, my friend. If you only look at the fruit and you do not consider the root, that human beings are inherently, we are sinners. And if a sinner refuses to come to the cross, they will become a host for the enemy to manifest and have his way. And what is the way of a demon spirit, a cohort of Satan? It is to steal, to kill, and destroy. Now, I need you to listen very closely to me, my friend, because Matthew chapter 8 tells a story that Satan and devils, demons, they care nothing about their host. A host is a person who entertains a guest. When you, and let me say this, my friend, so you can really understand my heart in giving you this particular exhortation, besides the fact that the Spirit of the Lord said it. Demons do not die. They just need a bodysuit. They need a host. And they look for an opportunity to manifest, to kill, steal, and destroy. What we're seeing in the nation is a manifestation of evil, taking advantage of the protesting of the murder of George Floyd. But let us understand, friends, that we must be very careful to make sure that we are not guilty of hosting the enemy. We must make sure that we do not have, as this sign in the window, it has available. This property, which I'm in a commercial area, is filled with marketplace businesses, and every other building you look around, they got a for sale, not for sale, but available. When you are practicing willful sin against the Creator. Make no mistake, my friend, you have an available sign in the Spirit. Jesus and his disciples came into a city, and there was a demoniac, a man filled with legions of demons in Matthew chapter 8. The demon or demons, it was a legion of them, but one of them spoke, "What business?" Follow me, my friend. Because let me back up to say this to you. Since I have been on YouTube and made my life available to you as a servant of Jesus, against my want to, and I want to remind you all on the channel, Jesus Christ is Lord over Sister Sharon. And it was through his lordship in my life that he sanctioned, he commissioned me to come onto this platform against my will. And when I say that, I'm not saying, because we know God, he don't fight our will. But what I'm saying, I have been his servant for a very long time, my friend, and I was not interested in this platform. Since we have been on, and then the good Lord blessed me to have Sister Charity come alongside to help me administrate, to receive all of the emails that we receive. And one of the most common emails that I receive, and for a season they were coming in so heavily, and the Spirit of the Lord gave me the directive. People needed deliverance from demon spirits. They were asking for help. But in inquiring of the Lord, he made it clear that the people that were seeking deliverance, they were still walking in sin. They had an available sign on them in the Spirit. They were still masturbating. They were still committing fornication and adultery and lying and using their body to hurt other people. AKA you women that keep wearing your tight booty skirts, your tight jeans, your breasts hanging out. We see your front, we see your back, every crack, everything God gave you is on display. You're illegal in the Spirit. It's legal in the earth to walk around naked. But in the Spirit, you are guilty. And God is not going to overlook your sexy ladies. Your pastors tricked you. They lied to you. Some of them, they didn't even lie to you. They just ain't said nothing. But make no mistake about it. If you still setting out them breasts, hips, and thighs, you are going to hell. Let me say it again. If you still setting it out, you will not make it to heaven. You are going to hell, sisters. You can cut the cake any way you want to cut it. Square, triangle, rectangle. Cut the cake any way you want. You're not going to make it. You ladies know exactly what you're doing. And these are some of them that came to the ministry by way of email asking for deliverance, and the Spirit said, no. Leave them alone and send them to me. The Lord said, send them to me, because until they get straight and allow Christ to become Lord over their lives, there is an available sign in the Spirit, and them demons have a right to torment them as he does. Follow me today, my friend. Follow me. those spirits, when Jesus and his disciples came to this demoniac, the spirits, they didn't care about the man in Gadarene. They asked Jesus, what business do we have with each other? So when you keep mixing the darkness with your confession for Christ, but you're not living for Christ, you are behind closed doors, you're a hypocrite. You still doing booty calls. Y'all know what a booty call is. You got your secret lover making all these excuses why you can't be sanctified. You're still playing your games in secret. But yet, you're being tormented, seeking deliverance. Demons do not have a respecter of persons. They love and only do business with the dark. They asked Jesus, what business do we have with one another? See, when you're really serious about Jesus, you don't have no business with the evil one, except to cast him out if the Spirit says to do so, because he knows the habitation. If that person that's asking for deliverance is living a habitat of sin against God, you can pray for them all you want to. This is why we see these people on YouTube trying to cast demons out, and the demons is rebellious, talking back. They ain't doing nothing. Because, friends, you can't paint a brush and say, we're going to cast the devil out of everybody. No. If these people not only have the available sign, they're a host. They are a willing host of evil. And them demons have a right. So when the Spirit said, listen, what business do we have, Jesus, one with another, Son of God? We don't have nothing in common. We ain't got nothing to talk about. He said, cast us out and let us go into the pigs, the swine. But whatever you do, don't leave us hanging. Send us somewhere. We need a body. It could be a pig. It could be a dog. It could be a cat. But just don't let us be disembodied. Oh my God in heaven, you need to hear this, friends. Why do you think that Jesus gave them what they requested? Because he knew the disciples was going to write it down so that we 1,000 years later can see that the enemy, you cannot kill a demon. A demon is under the dominion of Christ. If Jesus tell it to go, which he told it to go, he told the legions of demons in the man, go. And they got in them swines and drove those pigs into the water and they drowned. If you do not understand that racism did not die in the 60s. Racism, hatred for your fellow man who is different from you by skin. You have people who are biased, because that's what racism comes down to. You think you're better than another race because you're white or you're Hispanic. There are women and men, you are biased because you got more money than your neighbor. There are some people that are biased because they have more breasts. They have prettier teeth. They have thicker hair. They have bigger legs over stuff that's just so petty. But nonetheless, when hatred and bias is host in your heart, you are open to the enemy. If you host anything that is not righteous, see, a host is an entertainer. Catch this, friends, as I get ready to close this exhortation. A host is an entertainer. They are entertaining their guest. When you don't see, friends, things as they truly are, the enemy is not going nowhere till Christ's return. They don't die. They just find another body. This is why Jesus said, when a devil is cast out, when a person dies and they are filled with demons, those demons didn't die. They go to find another host. This is why we challenge friends, family, loved ones, people that we care about. This is why we sometimes, I'm guilty. I be cutting up sometimes, friends, because I love God's people. I yell. Friends, I'm going to raise my hand. I'm a little cuckoo cry for God. And I'm okay with it. Because I understand what's at stake. Eternity is forever. It is final. And once the devil is disembodied, he is going about seeking whom he can devour next. And all he needs to see is available. When you walk in anger and unforgiveness, the stage is set right now in America. Who is on the Lord's side? Who is on the Lord's side? Because if you keep playing with your sin, he will see the availability because you refuse to walk in sanctification. You refuse to put down your pet sin. Rest assured, he is ready to get in. And this is why we see generations of families that are being totally wiped out by the enemy because their lineage, those demons left grandma, jumped down into your mama done let them get into you. It's coming down family to family, generation to generation. You see them. Mama was an alcoholic. Grandmama's granddaddy, daddy. They was all alcoholics. These spirits do not die. The only name that they respect, the only name under heaven that all power and principalities will bow is to Jesus Christ. And until, my friend, you get serious about lordship and citizenship in the true kingdom of God, you are a sitting duck. And I can assure you, my friend, Jesus is able to keep who is his. Demons do not